It is important to understand the distinction between money and wealth. Money is something you earn in this Panch Bhautik Sharir, biological life, to sustain your lower three chakras. Wealth is something you accrue life over life to further the growth of your causal body or Karan Sharir. And money and wealth, both of them are kind of exchanging hands in the regard that money is transformed into wealth at the Sukshma Sharir. So Sthul Sharir totally propagated by wealth, Sthul Sharir totally propagated by money, Karan Sharir totally propagated by wealth, and Sukshma Sharir, Mano Buddhi Ahankar house, is transient. It's initially little bit it's propagated by money, but most of it in later developments will happen from wealth. Wealth is chitta. Wealth is consciousness. Wealth is the peace of mind that you have that things are going right in your life. Raise your kids responsibly, teaching them all the moral values and knowing the distinction of right versus wrong. They will be extremely successful individuals in the society. You have created generational wealth for you right then and there. Giving away your inheritance, $1 million that you made, is not going to make them a better individual. Worse, it kills the force of rajas in them. They do not have the fire to get things done because you already spoon-fed them. So don't transfer wealth to your kids. Give it away to philanthropic pledges like all the big billionaires do. Bill Gates of Microsoft, Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook, Elon Musk, now the richest person of Tesla. One exception is Jeff Bezos, and who was the richest person of the world has been replaced by Elon Musk as the richest person. And surprisingly, Jeff Bezos is absent from the philanthropic pledge list. He doesn't believe in philanthropy that much yet. But the point I'm trying to make is that money should not be incarcerated. Money is a force of prana. Prana likes to flow. It's vibrant, dynamic. It will go from me to you, from you to a third person. Keeps flowing. Lakshmi cannot be incarcerated. It is insulting for Lakshmi to be incarcerated in our safe as gold or as currency in our bank accounts. So let it flow. Don't worry or be preoccupied about money. So the first lesson is money flows, hates to be incarcerated, being a force of prana. Second is money helps you fulfill your lower three chakras. The subsistence of Muladhara, food, water, shelter, the leisure, creativity, procreativity, relationships and sex of Swadhisthana, and the fame, power, success of the fiery solar Manipura. Beyond that, money is useless. Money does not help you develop compassion of Anhad or courage of Vishuddha, and definitely not intuition of Agya. So you see, money, although it's furthering you and pushing you to Manipura, it is obstructing your further flow, because once you get fame and success, you are blinded by the ego. I am the richest and the most powerful person in the world. How do we equate success in life? We equate success in life with all the money a person has or all the things he can get done in the material world as power. So money and power equate as success. In the material world, the context is important. In the spiritual world, money has zero significance. Once you have earned all the money and either used all the money or given it to your kids, when you die, none of the money goes with you. You have to go back in the womb and start as kindergarten, penniless, and or work your way up again. Hopefully, if you're born again as a human incarnate. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani, jathare shayanam, I sansare, bahudustare, kripya pare, pahi murare. Again you have to die, again you have to be born in the womb of a mother. And this samsara is very difficult, and the only person who can navigate you off this troublesome ocean of samsara is Murari, Krishna. So basically, have belief in God. Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is your best wealth. Money is going to further your Panch Bhautik Sharir, Sthul Sharir, and it flows. Cannot be incarcerated. Lakshmi gets insulted if you incarcerate her. So engage in yagya, dan and tap, sacrifice, philanthropy and austerity. But if you want to create wealth, think of chitta, the realm of unmanifest, the realm of eternity, the realm of immutability. Chitta is your wealth. And here the wealth represents the Bhakti Yoga, the destruction of ego by surrendering the self to the highest, best, purest version of the self. It's like saying that the iPhone 3 is not as efficient as the iPhone 10. What's wrong in that? If someone is in the process of evolution and progressing, we should be encouraging those individuals. So all the people in this loka, we should encourage and support them to grow and find their fulfill their passions, but figure out the goal of your life. And the goal of the life is to find the eternal bliss, the wealth of chitta. The wealth is the union of the Atman with the Paramatman, the chitta with its Shiva. So that is wealth, and that wealth is something that will be transferred from one life to another. That brings me to the last point. Money cannot infiltrate Karan Sharir. Your karma bandhan is from the activities you engage in, thought, speech and action, but mostly in the action realm. That karma bandhan will make you come back, but you will not carry the $1 million you made in this life. So better give it away. Yagya, dan and tap. Dan, philanthropy. Because then you are creating some good karmas which will help you in your future lives, because obviously we are not ready for moksha or liberation. We were having so many hankerings, sprihas around us. So my friend, it's important to understand the value of money and understand the value of wealth. Wealth will be transferred from one life to another. Wealth will help reduce the karma bandhan, because karma is sitting in your Karan Sharir, causal body, whereas the Indriya Bhog is sitting in the Sthul Sharir, the gross body. So understand what is gross, is destroyed, belongs to the world of prana. What is subtle or even causal is immutable, eternal, and is beyond the realm of prana. It's in the realm of chitta. So when you do humility, gratitude, compassion, kindness, courage, all these things are operating at the higher chakras of Anhata, Vishuddha and Agya. And once you have developed these positive emotions, you have positively charged your electrons, so it can become nirguna or neutron-like. So since we are harboring these negative emotions from the self or the perpetuation of ego and collecting money, we have to understand the limitations and the obstructions created by money, especially at the solar Manipura, where delusionary effects can happen from money. So growing the wealth involves development of Nishkam Karma, Yagya, Dan and Tap, as well as Bhakti Yoga. When you have the self to the highest, made all best the money version in the world of yourself, you have to leave this money in this world and go to your next life, where you start once again from kindergarten and work your way up to make money. So we have to engage in projects that are not going to be temporary and transient, that are going to transgress what we can accrue benefits which will go beyond this life. So we have to think about the Sukshma Sharir. Money can only further your Mahabhut Sthul Sharir, the Annamay Sharir, Panch Mahabhut. So it will help you feel better in terms of the Indriya. But you have to feel better on the Sukshma Sharir, on the level of the Manas or the mind, which includes thoughts and emotions and desires, or the intellect, what is right versus wrong. That will bring the satisfaction. And satisfaction is the precursor for bliss. You go from a state of pleasures, Indriya, which is fulfilled by money, to desires, which is hankering for more pleasures or ambitions, which again will be propelled by money. But once you move into the realm of peace or satisfaction, that is like the Anhada or the compassion center of the chakra. There is a transformation in the pursuit of the emotions from subsistence, creation, procreation, fame and success, the lower three, which is served by money, into compassion, which is over the need for money. So, my friends, understand that prana is vibratory, dynamic, and you cannot contain the money. Money will make things move, things happen in the world, but it will not be something you'll carry forward in your next life. Your effect of the karmas is something you'll carry in your next life. When Ram asks Hanuman, "Who are you?" Hanuman says, "When I don't know who I am, I worship you. When I know who I am you." The Atman is the Paramatman once it has realized its Shivchat value. Its consciousness has changed into awareness, and the intention wants to kill all its karma bandhan, empty its Karan Sharir, so that it can go back and enjoy the Anandamayi Sharir. So, my friends, in short, understand the limitations of money, and money cannot be restricted or incarcerated. It likes to flow like the water, the fluidity of the prana. Teach your kids values, and don't teach them or try to give them inheritance when they grow up. The best inheritance you can give them are the moral values from the age 6 to 16, when you can instill all the virtues in your kids, which is what they will carry forward. And they will be able to make their own money, just like you have created most of your wealth. And thirdly, try to grow your wealth. Wealth is what will keep you happy life after life, and it will keep you content in this life. Wealth creates peace of mind. Wealth is the virtues you instill in your kids, the quality of life you lead, the experiences the emotions you experience at the Anhat, Vishuddh, and Agya. When you have generated wealth, it will carry forward in your next life. It will help kill the Sanchit karma, and hence empty your karma bandhan in the Karan Sharir. Hence bring you closer to moksha or salvation. When you engage in yajna, dan and tap, sacrifice, philanthropy and austerity, you are engaging in wealth creation. When you are engaging in the lower chakras, Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, a lot of times you are going to be limited by the money, because it will create arrogance, heedlessness, and hence will not let you go beyond the solar chakra of Manipura, which is fame and power, to enter the compassion of Anhada. And that is the most important distinction between wealth and money. Try to create wealth, respect money, don't try to incarcerate it, and know it for its value. Jai Shri Ram.